In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Porsche Design P3100 TechFlex fountain pen. I'll go over the specs, I'll do a writing sample, and I'll tell you what I like and don't like about this pen coming up. Blake here with Blake's Broadcast. On this channel, I review fountain pens, paper, and ink, and as always, I put links in the show notes in the description below. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps out my channel. Alright, let's get on with the review. So before we do a walkthrough of the Porsche TechFlex fountain pen, I want to briefly talk about Porsche Design. Now, generally speaking, I don't like car-branded objects, but Porsche Design is a little bit different. They are a serious design house, and they've been around for almost 50 years now. They're most famous for watch designs. They made the first PVD black-coated watch for Orfina, which was a chronograph that was military issued, so it was a real tool watch, really serious design, and those were later made by IWC, and they worked with IWC to make a watch called the Titan, which was one of the first all-titanium watches. It's a really nice piece of functional design. So they have some real serious design chops. So anyway, that's just a really brief background on Porsche Design. This is the Porsche TechFlex P3100 fountain pen. This pen has a pretty standard looking torpedo shape, but nothing else about the pen is really standard looking. We have this braided steel cable here, which makes up the body. Now, I don't know if this is something that Porsche actually uses in the manufacturing of their cars, but it's supposed to be like a brake cable or some kind of electrical cable sleeve that protects cables. I really don't know. It looks like the braided hoses on my washer and dryer, and it looks like the braided hose on my kitchen sink, or kitchen faucet rather. So it's definitely an industrial sort of functional material. It's very interesting looking, I think, and it has a nice feel to it, nice haptics. Now, you get this very textured body, and then you have very smooth, I believe it is steel, but it's palladium plated steel, and you get this kind of satin matte finish. Very nice. The haptics on this pen are really excellent, I think. Now, you have this very pretty clip, very kind of streamlined. It looks like, I'd say it's, going like this. It's low drag. It's completely finished all the way around, so it's like totally smooth underneath. It's very well finished. There's no rough machining or anything. Now, at the part here where the clip touches the cap, there are little grooves. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. And that's just basically so that the clip actually works. Because if it was just this slippery metal, it would probably just slide out. And it is spring-loaded, feels quite nice. Cap, very kind of streamlined shape, no finial, just all one integrated thing. It says Porsche Design and Germany on the back. And then at the end here, we have that same satin steel material with these studs. The studs are there to hold on the cap when you post it. I don't post this pen. It's heavy also, so I wouldn't post it. Now, we have these threads, and if you notice, they're pretty short. So this pen is a like 3/4 turn to get it off. So it's really doesn't take much to remove the cap, which I like, and it works really well. It stays on there despite those short threads. So then we have this grip section here, which is that same metallic finish, satin finish. It tapers down a lot, and then it kind of comes up again, so you don't grab onto the nib, and it's very it's flat at this end section here. It's quite a thin grip section. I wasn't expecting that on this pen because it's a big pen, but the grip section is pretty skinny. So take the cap off here. It takes a standard international cartridge or converter. Comes with a Faber-Castell Germany converter. Not a lot to say about that. You can see it says 910 here. I don't know what that means. It's threaded on the inside. You're going to be able to see that? Yeah, so it screws, it attaches on the inside of the grip section. Very nice pen. Feels very well made to me. I like the shape of this nib. It is 18 karat gold, quite a fat nib, and the body is quite long on it, and it has more sharp cuts in this way than typical nib shape that I'm used to seeing. I think it looks quite nice. Now the nib is designed to be read like this, so you can see the Porsche Design logo there. Also no breather hole at the end of the tines there, so you just have the slit. But anyway, it says 750, M, and 18 karat. So it's interesting that you read it this way, not this way. But it's cool. I like that the logo works both ways. It's nice. Now, these pens, actually, I just showed you a Faber-Castell converter. This pen is made by Faber-Castell, or Graf von Faber-Castell. They have since moved the production over to Pelican, and looking at pictures of the Pelican-made version, and I haven't held it in person, so I can't say for sure, I don't see any differences. So really, this is a Porsche Design pen made to their specification. It's not a Pelican or a Faber-Castell that Porsche is branding, really. It's their design, their specs, and it's very interesting to see Pelican make this exact same pen as Faber-Castell. It's interesting. I can't think of another pen that is like that where two, really good pen manufacturers are made the exact same pen. They don't make them by Faber-Castell anymore. Okay, so let's do some measurements. I would say this is about 146, 147 long. Pretty long pen. And then uncapped, it's about 135 millimeters. Alright, I'll do a post. It just doesn't really work very well. I don't know. Look at this. It's awful. Oh, there we go. It clicked. Okay. So it does click. That's good. You would expect it to click. Come on, it's German. It's Porsche. Alright. It's about 174 millimeters long. That is crazy long, and it is super top heavy, so don't recommend that. Oh my god, come off. Now let's do the grip section here. So at the narrowest point, 9 millimeters. That is really thin. I'm up towards the top here before the flat part, still 8.9, 8.8 millimeters, tiny. At the back here, we're up to 11.6, but really where you grab it, somewhere between 10 and 8.8, 8.9. So it's quite a thin grip section. Now let's do the weight. So 48.8 grams, heavy pen, as you'd expect, all metal. 33 grams. So even uncapped, this is a heavy pen. And I find that, I get maybe 2-ish pages, A5 pages before I start feeling a little bit tired. It is well balanced, but that is a very skinny grip section. Okay, let's do the writing sample. So this is the Porsche Design Tech Flex. This is a medium, so Cosmic Black. Okay, and try fast writing. Yeah, not too much of a problem. Reverse writing. not very good at that. Now it is an 18 karat gold nib. It's pretty much a nail. I mean, yeah, it really is. You're not going to get any kind of line variation out of this. It is quite a smooth nib, as Graf von Faber-Castell nibs tend to be. I find that it's definitely a pretty wet nib, and I would say it's a Western medium. It's definitely a wider medium. Okay. So what are my pros and cons for the Porsche Design TechFlex fountain pen? Well, I think the biggest pro here is the looks. It is a very unique and very good looking fountain pen. The build quality is really good. I can't fault anything about it. The finishing is meticulous. I also really like the haptics. I like this smooth palladium coated steel, and I like the feel of this braided steel body. A lot of nice textures on this pen. In terms of cons, it's heavy. I don't like posting this pen, partly because it becomes too heavy, but also I'm worried that even though with these studs it's going to scratch the finish of the pen. And then the probably biggest downside here is the skinny grip section. It is quite thin, which is unfortunate for a bigger, heavier pen. Now, I can probably get a page or two before I start feeling tired, but it would definitely be more comfortable, more of a long writing session pen if it had a thicker grip section. So that was the Porsche Design TechFlex fountain pen. Do you guys have this pen? Do you like this pen? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more fountain pen, paper, and ink videos, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much, and until next time.